Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Today's reading is a message from our Divine Father. Our Spirit is guiding me to connect with our Divine Father and to spend some time in God, to come home in God, in that place that is real, that place that is unchangeable, that place that is a solid sanctuary of pure love, peace, joy, bliss, abundance, truth, the truth. There is only one truth, and it is in God. So, coming home in God, it is impossible, or I would not even try to describe or try to explain what is God, because God is. God is. And that is enough. It's a knowing. In God, there are no questions. We know. And God goes beyond all illusion. God is real. God exists beyond all illusion. But there is, not but, and to try to understand, to try to find our way home, which in truth is a place we never left. We are home always. We are always home, resting in God, safe, in pure bliss, with God, in oneness with all that is. But to try to understand, because we are dreaming, right? We are dreaming that we are separate from God. And to awaken out of that, there is the mother aspect of God, and there is the father aspect of God, our divine mother and our divine father, which are both one in God, and we are all its holy child, in oneness. Our divine father is that aspect of God that holds but the truth. It knows nothing but the truth. It does not see bodies. It sees but pure innocence, pure holiness, pure love, pure peace, pure bliss. It sees but the truth. Our divine mother, she is in truth, but she can also see in the dream and use the dream. She can present herself in many different ways, in many different forms, and she can use the symbols of the dream to gently wake us up. She is like a bridge. She is a mediator between the dream and our home, which is still an illusion, because the truth is that we are just resting in God, always, at all times. We just fell asleep. We started to dream that we were separate from God, which is a dream, right? So let's see what our Divine Father wants to share with us today. And also, it's the time of Father's Day, and that is also why Spirit is guiding me to connect with our Divine Father here. Success. And it says, I know that there is no goal, that there is no greater goal than to love. God is love. God is love. But success is of the dream. To succeed in something is of the dream. To achieve something is of the dream. Because in God, there is no need for success. It just is. There is but success, to put it like that, and to compare it in some form. To success and failure are two opposites. Success would be of God, but as a symbol, because once more there is only success. And failure is the opposite, and they cannot coexist. They exclude each other. So God, in our human perception, or in the perception of our soul, reaching God is success. It's succeeding in a goal, right? And the goal is to return home, to wake up. But there is no need to return home. To wake up is just remembering that we never left our home, that we are still there, but that we just open up our eyes, that we wake up into the truth of our home in God. And success, when we choose God, when we walk in the light of God, we can not fail. Failure does not exist in God. It's not of God. We cannot fail. We can but succeed if we choose to walk in the light of God. And choosing to walk in the light of God is choosing the seeming path to wake up, the journey of awakening, which is a journey without destination to a place we never left. So when you choose God, success walks hand in hand with you. It is impossible to fail. When you choose God, when you choose to wake up, when you choose the truth, all forces of the universe work together to help you to achieve that seeming goal. But the choice is ours. And in here, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. It's true, love. Love. Anything and all is either an expression of love or it's a cry for love. The answer is always love, and that is truth. Any and all expressions of love are love. Any and all cries for love come from a place of fear. Fear and love are opposites. They cannot coexist. They exclude each other. It's either fear you choose or love you choose. When you choose God, when you choose the truth, you choose love. If you hear any sounds, it is the wind. The wind is going a little bit nuts. Also in here with success, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. When we focus on love, when we choose love, success is always the result. There cannot be failure when we choose love, because failure is not of God. Success is. Love and failure cannot coexist. They exclude each other. That is too many. Love. Right? God is love. What is the opposite of love? It's fear. Love and fear cannot coexist. They exclude each other. But one is true, and that is love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. When we choose to see the good in all things, the goodness, the godness in all things, love will be reflected back to us. And walking in the light of God is walking in love. And once more, anything and all is either an expression of love or it's a cry for love. The answer is always love. Why is the answer always love? Because what is a cry for love comes from a place of fear. And fear is of the dream. Even though it can seem very real, it's still of the dream. When we bring any illusion to truth, only the truth remains. The illusion dissolves. When we bring any and all fear to truth, the fear dissolves and love remains. When we walk in the light of God, we are able to see that fear, even though it can seem very real, it is but a dream. It's not real. And when we choose God, we cannot choose fear. It's impossible. It's either one or the other that we choose, truth or illusion. And fear, the whole dream, is based on fear. It's made up out of fear. And fear takes many different forms. But when we walk in the light of God, when we remember what we are, when we remember that we are always one in God, we also are love. We embody pure love. And that love is able to show us that fear is not real. Fear cannot have any power over holiness because it's not real. And once more, I'm not denying how difficult it can be to face fears. And many of us are doing that, have been doing that, and are doing that. And it's not an easy path to walk. And once more, I'm not diminishing the intensity of doing that. But in essence, it is very simple. When we bring fear to truth, the fear dissolves and love remains. And the difficulty also in the path that many of us have walked, are walking, to wake up, to clear out all this baggage, all this stuff, all these beliefs in fear, in whatever form they show up. When we bring fear to truth, it's the fear we experience in that moment. If we bring it to truth, it dissolves. Something happens, something shifts. When we bring it with the intention of, show me the truth. Let me see what this is. The fear will dissolve and love will remain. What doesn't mean in this journey that we are on that we can work through a fear and then we bring the fear to truth, the fear dissolves, and then we continue on our path, and fear, another form of fear or the same fear rises again. It might seem the same, it might look the same, but it's a different layer. And that is what we are doing in shadow work, right? In clearing all this generational trauma and these deep-rooted limiting beliefs, these deep-rooted fears, traumas. We are peeling layers of it. So any fear you bring to truth is dissolved. That layer is dissolved. Don't underestimate the power of it. And also recognize that whenever you are in fear, whenever fear takes over means that you forgot what you were and you identified with the fear that rose within you, right? So the fear rises and you honestly, with an intention of pure love, bring it to God. You bring it to truth. And then you feel something happens. Something shifts. Something is been lifted from you. Once more, if you choose God, if you choose the truth, you cannot fail. And all forces of the universe, all forces of the cosmos work together with you when your intention is on truth. When you choose God, all beings, all divine beings are to your support. So it might seem small, but a miracle happens. A shift in consciousness happens. Something has been lifted from you. And it might seem small, but nothing is as it seems. So whatever you feel, whatever shift you feel, whatever you feel lifted from you, be grateful for it. Because by being grateful for it, you are also fully anchoring in the release, the dissolving of the illusion. And you are anchoring in the truth instead. And the more truth we anchor in, the more our eyes are opening up more and more in that home in God. So love, God is love. And love is. And love just wants to love. Love and hate, it cannot coexist. They exclude each other. So you cannot love a little and hate a little. It's one or the other. You choose truth or you choose illusion. But we can choose again. In each and every moment, we have free will to choose and to choose again. When we don't understand, when we don't know, call in the mother. She corrects all our errors. She corrects all our mistakes. No sins. We are not sinful. We are innocent. We are divine, innocent beings. But we fell asleep and we made a mistake, followed up by many different mistakes. But in essence, we made just one. We believed, or we started to believe, that we were separate from God, from our source, from our Creator, which is not real. It's but a dream, but we started to believe that it was real. And it's a mistake. And any and all mistakes can be corrected. No punishment is needed. Punishment is not of God. Love is. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So when fear rises, once more, love and fear cannot coexist. They exclude each other. Only one is real. When fear rises, the only thing we need to do is to acknowledge that it's there and to choose to bring it to truth. Ask the mother to guide you. She knows. And when we bring that fear to truth, the fear dissolves and love remains. Once more, the whole dream is built on fear. Guilt, blame, shame. But it all comes back to fear in many different forms. Abundance. Abundance is of God. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Abundance is God. Any and all forms or experience of lack and scarcity and poverty are not of God. They are of the dream. Abundance and lack or scarcity, they cannot coexist. They exclude each other. Only one is true: abundance. I am a limitless being. Yes, we are God's holy child, God's holy children, created in its image. We are created as God. So yes, we are a limitless being. And I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. This physical reality is not of God. God does not see the dream. The mother does. And yes, we can manifest whatever we desire in this physical reality. But when we choose God, when we choose the truth, the value of the physical reality will also dissolve. So the focus, as long as the focus is on the dream, we are still valuing the dream. And as long as we are still valuing the dream, we are choosing illusion. Truth and illusion cannot coexist. They exclude each other. It's either truth or it's either illusion. The choice is ours. So when we choose to manifest whatever we want in the physical reality, we have to be very aware that we can see the dream for what it is, and that we co-create with God and bring that in the dream. But not to manifest any false gods we might worship. Once more in here there is this invitation to be very conscious of what do you value. If we value material stuff, we are choosing a false god. If we desire, let's say desire, if we desire physical stuff, we are desiring a false god, and we have forgotten about our Divine Father. We have forgotten about our truth. We have forgotten about our true nature. Because nothing from the physical reality can ever satisfy our needs. Nothing from the physical reality can ever satisfy our desires. All our needs, all our seeming needs, and all our desires all come back to a longing for God. It all comes back to a desire and a need for love, a desire and a need for peace, a desire and a need for joy, for bliss, for abundance, and for truth. It all comes back to that. So whatever you try to manifest in the physical reality, look behind of what is real in there. If you desire a new car, it's not about the car, it's about the freedom, or whatever it represents for you. Comfort, being able to move, flexibility, whatever is there. Don't get lost in the appearance of the physical reality, because once more, if we need and desire, therefore value the world of form, the physical reality, we are choosing a false God. And when we choose a false God, we exclude the truth. God And any false gods cannot coexist. They exclude each other. It's either one or the other, truth or illusion. But yes, God is abundance, real abundance. No lack, no scarcity, no poverty exists in God. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Our mother, our father, they are infinitely patient. Infinitely patient, waiting for us to wake up. And time and space is of the dream. Time and space is an illusion. So in God, there is but one endless instant, moment. And patience is something of the dream because it's related to time. It's related to time and space. So in God, in our home, patience, it does not exist. There is no reason for it to exist. But in the experience of the human, in the experience of the soul, our mother and our father are infinitely patiently waiting for us to wake up. And they are always holding us in this the mother, she's always holding us in this deep compassion, this deep understanding. And from out of the dream, yes, they are undescribably patient for us to wake up. When we walk in God, we will always have this. We walk in peace. We walk in love. We walk in peace. And we also feel divinely patient. There is a faith. We walk in faith. When we walk in God, we walk in faith. And we know that whatever we need in the dream will always find us in exactly the right time and exactly perfect, orchestrated in divine order. There is a divine order when we choose to walk in the light of God, and there is no urgency. We don't have the feeling of missing out on something. Also with our brothers and our sisters, we embody this divine patience for our brothers and sisters, not trying to force them to wake up, not trying to force them to do something. We are just understanding that everybody is walking their own journey in their own tempo, and we are an embodiment of that patience. And the light in us also just knows that whatever is right for us, whatever is needed for us in the dream, will just show up in divine timing and in divine order. Because we are walking in God, right? We are supported with all these divine forces, with all these divine beings guiding us, leading us. So how can we worry, which is also a form of fear? How can we be worried, or how can we be hasty or have a feeling of urgency when we walk in God? Patience and impatience, opposites. They exclude each other. They cannot coexist. And in here, the truth is patience is faith, knowing. It goes above faith. The truth is knowing. And translated in the dream, it's faith. And the faith is also a knowing that all is well and that we are always been provided for, that we are guided, and that we are safe always. Impatience comes from an unease, an urgency, fear of missing out on something, worries. Why is it not happening? When, why, what, how? That's not of God. It is of the dream. And all of that together comes back to fear. And fear is not of God. Trust, right? Trust and faith. When we walk in the light of God, when we choose the truth, we know what it is to trust and to have faith. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. When we choose God, when we choose to walk in the light of God, when we choose the truth, our inner guiding system and all these divine forces, they are working together. All is working together. All is working together with one goal, which is truth. And when we choose God, when we choose truth, our trust and our faith in our own inner guiding system and all the signs that we receive is expanding, because everything is working together. Everything is aligning with the truth. So trust and faith aligns here with your inner guiding system and your seemingly external, your inner guiding system and your higher guiding system, your guides, your all these forces working together with you. And you feel held, you feel embraced. which only amplifies your trust and your faith more and more. It starts with trust, and then faith, and then knowing. And it's all, the truth of it is knowing. The translation and the seeming progress in there is trust, faith, knowing. But also that, once more, when you choose to walk in the light of God, when you choose God, you can trust that your inner guiding system and your higher guiding system is working together and being fully aligned to guide you correctly. There is no misguidance that is happening there. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Health. God is healthiness. Healthiness and unhealthiness are opposites. They cannot coexist, they exclude each other. When we choose health, we choose truth. When we choose unhealthiness, we choose illusion. And when we choose God, also our relationships with anything, with ourselves and with anything external, becomes healthy. Also there, everything is working together to purify you. So God is health. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Past, past and future do not exist in God. God is now, here and now. That is the only place, the only moment where God is to be found, in the here and now. Anything and all that we regret, grievances, anything and all that we hold on to, we give value to. And that is not of God. God is love. And God sees through any and all regret. When we bring regrets and grievances, when we bring them to truth, they will dissolve. Regret, the opposite of regret is gratitude. When we bring regret to truth, regrets will dissolve and gratitude will remain. Appreciation will remain. And I know that I cannot change the past. Past and future, once more, they are illusion. They are of the dream. When we are in the here and now, we can bring anything and all from the past or from the future into the here and now, and we can change, we can heal any and all situation in the here and now. It's not because something that happened in the past that you cannot heal it anymore. But to walk in the light of God, to choose God, also means that we have to be devoted and committed to release and let go any and all regrets that we are still holding on to. Because once more, regret and God does not go together. They exclude each other. They cannot coexist. Regrets need to be healed or brought to truth, where they will dissolve, and but truth remains. Which is in here this, it's working with the mother. When we bring regrets to God, the mother will give us vision. She will allow us to perceive any and all regrets or grievances. She will allow us to perceive that with different eyes, with forgiveness, with understanding, with compassion, with love. And when we look on any and all situation with the eyes of love, then anything and all that is not love will dissolve, and but love remains. One more here. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Discipline is not of God. It's of the dream. But discipline can help us to choose a healthy path, to make more healthy choices, but discipline also comes from, it feels in here very related to the dream world, in the sense of I take control. I'm gonna take control of my life. I choose to wake up without calling in the mother, without calling in that higher source, without calling in your higher guidance. And then it's the human or the soul that goes sometimes very neurotic in I have to and I cannot and I have to this. It becomes very serious, right? And seriousness is not of God. God is joy. And when we choose God, when we choose to walk in the light of God, discipline walks with us. It becomes so much more easy to say yes to truth and to say no to illusion. It becomes so much more easier to say yes to what is healthy and no to what is not. It becomes so much more easy to say yes to anything and all that is in resonance with that path of light, and say no to anything and all that is not in resonance with that light. It becomes natural to don't dance with the darkness anymore. And it's a consequence of the choice to choose for God. But it's not the discipline that brings us there. We choose to remember that we are always home in God. And the moment that we remember that, in that exact moment that you make that choice and fully believe in it, you experience home. And the more you spend time in your home, the more we spend time in our home, the more we allow ourselves to rest in God and be nourished and poured into with this love, with this peace, with this joy, with this bliss, with this abundance and gratitude. The more we do so, the more we will naturally be disciplined, but not from a place of seriousness, not from a place of I have to. The only discipline in walking the path of God is to be very devoted, to deny any value to the illusion. Because once more, if we value the illusion, we choose against God. God, truth, and illusion cannot coexist, they exclude each other. So, choosing the truth is also kind of discipline in not choosing the illusion, denying anything and all that is not of God. But coming back here, being home in God, it's our natural state of being. It is what we truly are. It is our truth. We are always home in God. And it's that space, that remembrance, where we can always go to whenever we choose so. It's always in the here and now. When we call God, it's impossible that it does not answer. We ask and we receive. If we do not experience, it means we are putting veils of illusion in front of us and the face of God. But we can be there always. We can experience our home in God always by our own choice. And the more we choose so, the more we choose to come home in God and rest in God and be there, our worlds will shift completely as a consequence of that choice. And that is a big difference with making a lot of choices and making a lot of decisions and trying to reach God instead of just be there, recognizing yourself in your truth, which also means recognizing yourself as being innocent. Because we cannot believe we need punishment in any form and at the same time believe we are innocent. They cannot coexist, they exclude each other. It's either one or the other. So when we choose to acknowledge and remember the innocence that we are, and we call upon our Divine Father, then we are there. Then we are home in God, in our awareness also. Because once more, we are always there. But if we are sleeping, we are not aware that we are home. And choosing God is bringing that, or it's bringing that awareness back into our consciousness. So choose God, choose the truth, choose to remember. Because He's there, just divinely patient, infinitely patient, holding that sanctuary for us up until we decide to remember. One more message here. The gentle gardener. Hmm. That is such a sweet, sweet, gentle, gentle. That is also, God is very gentle. Oh my, God is very gentle. And that is coming through also with this here. This whew, gentle, very gentle energy holding you, calling you. The gentle gardener. Be your own person. Be a conscious co-creator. The gentle gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs create the reality that you experience. She is the embodiment of the energy within you that is sent out into the field of co-creation, and ensures that all you are is reflected in the world of form. Are you aware of your thoughts? What is your quality? Believe in limitless possibility, and you will see miracles unfold. The gentle gardener guarantees the integrity of everything you send out into the world. Stay positive and expect a wondrous return. Your garden is abundant with beauty. So this is the Divine Mother aspect, right? She is our Divine Mother. She is reflecting back to us anything and all that we believe. Our external world is a projection of our inner world. Everything that is in there, everything that moves us, everything that touches us, everything that triggers us in the external world is a reflection to our inner world. And it's the mother that is reflecting everything back to us. Whenever we say, I see a world of hatred, and she says, and so it is, and she mirrors that to you. But she doesn't mirror that to you to punish you or to try to make you believe that it is real. She's mirroring it to you to gently lead you inwards and to go to that place where it can be corrected back to truth, which is her function. She reflects, she leads, she guides, she teaches, and she corrects any and all mistakes we make if we bring them to her. Believe in limitless possibility and you will see miracles unfold. Limitless possibility. God is limitless possibility. Everything is possible. God is all that is. And everything is possible. When we choose to walk in the light of God, miracles unfold. And they seem to go beyond, or they do go beyond the forces of this universe. They bend the laws of this universe because it is God. Because it is the truth that is piercing through the illusion. It's dissolving the illusion and the truth is coming through. And in our experience of, in our human experience or in the experience of the soul, it seems like miracles are happening. Supernatural. But in essence, it's the truth that is coming through. It's the truth that is piercing through. And for us, it feels like miracles. But it's our true nature. And when we choose the truth, and when the world of form is the dream, when we choose the truth, then the laws of the world of form have to bend for the truth. Nothing can stand, nothing that is not truth can stand in front of truth and not dissolve. So when miracles happen, it's but the truth that is coming through. And it's natural. So my dear beautiful souls, my dear beautiful collective, this is what I have for you today. Come home in God. Spend some time with our Father. Honor our Father and our Mother. Honor yourself by allowing yourself to rest for a moment in your truth. Rest for a moment in this all-encompassing love, this all-encompassing peace, this pure joy, this pure bliss, this abundance. And allow yourself to let the truth be remembered in you. Let the knowing speak. Let the knowing rise. Okay, my dear beautiful souls, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this was helpful, and I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one.